Reserve outline for ethics in finance and accounting. This article is an analysis and summary of works from other scholars. It is sourced from different articles to introduce the ethics issue in finance and accounting area. There are some but not too much professional terms used in this article, and these terms are difficult to be understood by people who have never learned anything about finance or accounting, but the author has clearly explained ideas in a very simple logic, so it also doesn't require too much background knowledge about it. In the first section of the article, the author explains that trust is the most important factor which is available to build order in finance and accounting areas, and trust relies on ethical behavior of everyone. As a social work, if everyone could follow the ethical standard accepted by the majority of the society, the trust is then likely to be built. But sometimes when people are seeking for profit, they may care less about the ethical standard and then obey it, which will finally cause the trust loss, and for the finance activity cannot directly create value. The economy, especially industries related to the finance, will be exposed to risk. This section makes a brief introduction of how the risks from unethical behavior in finance and the accounting area occur, grow, and finally cause a huge crisis, like the financial crisis. The points illustrated in the section is the basis of the whole article. In the second section of the article, the author proposes his main point that company must have both internal and external missions, so then the control system could be developed based on justice. After explaining the basis, presenting the main idea at this time is helpful to develop the whole article within a very clear structure, and then the following expressions are always closely relating to this point, so it helps a lot to lead the article. In the third section of the article, the author mentions the potential causes of unethical behavior to show that the causes are diverse, so it is less likely to solve these issues by dealing with the causes, which seems to enhance the importance of ethical awareness. Then the author delivers the idea that most of the bad behaviors came from the pressure, so at this time the rule itself seems not enough, and the relevant employees in finance and accounting areas should be aware that it seems better if they do nothing when they have nothing good to do. The section strengthens the structure of the whole article and is helpful to let the audience in the business logic to follow the idea of order. In the fifth section of the article, the author talks about the responsible investment and corporate reporting, which seems to be an additional section, and the author mentions it to prepare for the discussion about future research. Well, the next section. In the last section of the article, the author makes a conclusion based on the previous statements and illustrates two possible issues to do further researches within this topic, which ends this paper, but announces that this topic still needs to be further developed and researched in details. His article is written mainly based on ethos, logos, Latin pathos, as it has analyzed a lot of scholar works, most of which have done a lot of researches. This article is organized in an especially strong position. It has used a lot of professional terms, and the point are illustrated within a strong business logic, so it reads like a professional work and involves less personal experience. However, there is still some pathos used when illustrating the idea of the importance of professionalism, as an important point directly announced by the author.